Hello everyone, this is Yogita and you're watching English Finishing School. Friends, in our previous videos on non-finite verbs, we had discussed about infinitives, we had also discussed about gerunds and present participle. And today's video, we are gonna move a step forward in this discussion, discussing about past participle and its functions in a sentence. So let's get started. Past participle. We all know, we have already discussed in our previous lectures about infinitives, about gerunds and about present participles and their various roles in a sentence. If you have not watched those videos yet, links are there in the description box. You can also watch that to understand it very perfectly after watching this video. So, past participle, as we all know, there are three forms of verb in English grammar. First form is always called the base form of the verb. Second form is always called the past form of the verb. And the third form is often known as the past participle form. The past participle form is used in perfect tenses. We all know, I have done all that, she has gone, all these verbs. So now we need to understand what role does a past participle as a verb, as a non-finite verb play in a sentence. Now I have used this term non-finite verb. As we have already discussed in our previous videos, a non-finite verb is a verb which exists with the main verb, with the finite verb in a sentence. It cannot exist independently. A non-finite verb always will be present in a sentence with the finite verb. And finite verb is the main verb without which we cannot even think of forming a sentence. So, non-finite verb, we have also discussed that it does not change with the change in subject and it also does not change with the change in tense. So, let us understand this role of past participle. How does it function in a sentence? Look at this here. First role of past participle is as a verb. We have perfect tenses. We have been doing it for many years. So, perfect tenses, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense have past participle verb in their structure. So, the moment I say she has done, has is the finite verb and done, that is the third form, that is the past participle form, acts as a verb in this sentence and it is a non-finite verb here, because if I change it into past, she had done, done will remain done, it will remain unchanged. So, that is what the concept of a non-finite verb is. It will not change with the change in tense, with the change in subject also. If I change I have marked or I have done, it will not change. So, next example we have is I have. So, have here is finite verb and marked here is non-finite verb, that is third form of the verb, which is an example of past participle, and they are functioning here as a verb. So, we can say past participle is always present as a verb in the perfect tenses. May it be present perfect, may it be past perfect, may it be future perfect. So, this is how it works as a verb in a sentence. Let us look at another role of the past participle verb in a sentence. It also works as an adjective. How does it work as an adjective? We had discussed in case of gerund also, and we had discussed in case of infinitives also. Now, we need to understand a past participle form of the verb, that is the third form of the verb, acts as an adjective. Say, chair is my noun here. When I say chair is a noun and I use a third form and used as an adjective, broken chair. The broken chair hurt me. So, that means this broken word is acting as an adjective, is describing the chair. So, that is how it acts as an adjective. Look at another example number 2. She gifted me. She gifted me a used toy. She gifted me a used toy. So, that is how when I say a used toy, used is the third form of the verb and is acting as an adjective for the noun toy. So, when past participle verb describes nouns and act as adjectives, so we say they play the role of adjective in a sentence. Let us look at another part of another role or another existence of past participle in a sentence. The first sentence, It is always used with the verb be. Be verb. Now be verb has many forms. Be verb we can have is am, in be verb we can include was were, we can also include will be. So how it is used with these verbs? They are always used in passive forms, when say the project was. Now was here is the form of be only. So we'll say the project was finished. Here finished is the third form. So that means this is the finite verb and this is third form past participle is used with the verb be. This is an example of a passive voice. We always have done active passive voice in English grammar. Now next example, again is the form of be verb and taken is the third form. So it is not necessarily with has, have. The perfect tenses, the passive voice with the verb be also, we have third form of the verb and that's called past participle. Next, they are also used with the verbs want, like. When these verbs like want and like, they have a direct object, then we use third form, the past participle form as a verb. Now look at this particular first example. I want this work done. So I have this verb want, which is the finite verb or the main verb. Then I have a direct object to this, that is this work is a direct object. What do you want? I want this work. Now I want this work and done. Done is the third form of the verb, which is a non-finite verb. If I want to change it into past, I wanted this work done. So that means want has changed into wanted, which makes it a finite verb. She wants this work. Again, she, subject has changed and this will change with subject. But done will not change because done is an example of the past participle non-finite verb and the third form. So this is often accompanied, followed by a verb, want, and then followed by a direct object will always be the third form. Then another example will make it more precise and clear. She likes. Now here we have the verb likes. Then we have one direct object, that chair. She likes that chair is the direct object to the verb likes and decorated is the third form, that is the past participle form and also a non-finite verb. Now if I change it into past, she liked that chair decorated in a particular fashion, in a particular style, that can be an extension of the sentence. So decorated is the third form of the verb, which is also called the past participle and is always used with the verb want and like followed by a direct object in a sentence. So this is how past participle functions in a sentence at various stretches and various fragments. So different components are there. As we have discussed, it is as a verb also in perfect tenses. We've also discussed its role as an adjective, the third form acting as an adjective. There are many more examples like finished project, shaken faith in God, all these third forms are used as an adjective with the nouns will always be called. And then with the verb be, always in the passive form, this will be done, the project will be carried out, she was, you can say dreaded out of, all these third form will be used in the passive form with the verb be. And then we have with the verbs want and like followed by a direct object and then by a past participle verb. So the main crux of the story, the main theme of the story is that past participle verb is a non-finite verb. It does not change with the change in subject or tense and it acts as an adjective, as a verb, and with various other things in a sentence, it functions separately. So that's all about the past participle and I hope you learned about it very clearly. If you like the video, do not forget to like and subscribe our channel and also press the bell icon to get all the updates about our future videos. That's all about today.